welcome back to the chase here, guys. Myself and Devin are both tagged out here in Iowa. So I'm just waiting for Devin to get done doing the floor, and then we are gonna head to Kansas. So I'm excited about that. Now I just went down and checked the one camera that was set up on that big buck sign. You remember that? I filmed it all with this GoPro. And then when I got back to the house to send the footage, it didn't record any of it. So I'll send you the picture so you can see what deer I thought that was, but it doesn't look like any kind of big surprise. There was, what are we calling him? The wraparound 8 was in there. That's a 5 or 6 year old buck. And the same night I set that camera up was the short tine 10 was in there. And he's like 6 or 7, just a gigantic deer. I mean, he's basically a cow with antlers. So I would say it's probably either one of those, and then another couple other mature bucks were in there as well that could be them, but the first ones in there were the wraparound 8 and that short tine 10. So I think it was deer I already knew of, but nonetheless mature bucks, big deer. So anyway, we're gonna move some cameras today and get that set up, get everything wrapped up here in Iowa, and then we're headed to Kansas. So we'll see you guys out there in a few days. Thank you.
We're taking this to death row tonight?
Depends on what kind of shot this is.
We're not. That's not the truth.
That is not the truth? Are you sure?
I am 100% sure.
I got a mic read this.
Backwards hat mic.
Yep. Oh! Might have caught a little liver on that one. Not gonna write home about that, but that's a dead deer.
In the city, and the sun shines on the bay.
Cracks me up. Can't be any serious moments now. Me and you are the two biggest jokesters on the team, so we can't be serious, all right? Whew. It's only 47, but it got a little warm there.
Chuck Buck's not really that fired up right now.
No, he's not. That's never a good sign, but he did break the tree, so he could be depressed over it.
It's true. Man has one tree.
He's got one tree, and now he's depressed. He broke his tree off.
Dang it.
I think we can super glue that for him. Make sure he can do his thing.
That's true. I mean, that's the rut indicator right there.
It is, yeah. Before we get going today, I've got to say congratulations to Devin. We just got back on a recovery. He shot a whopper of a buck. I know he's waited 27 years for that buck. That's how old he is, so big congrats. Hopefully he comes back down off cloud 9 within the week and he's back to filming, so good job, Devin. All right, we're debating going to the Walnut, which is one of my favorite spots, but we got another stand like 50 yards from it. So we're gonna look and see which one we feel like we got enough cover for. You know, because Rye's a pretty big guy. I'm not exactly a shrimp either, so that's a lot of muscle in one tree. I don't know if we can get by with it.
I'd be more worried about the testosterone levels. We don't want to irritate those bucks too much and intimidate them from coming in.
I thought it was the horsepower. All right, guys, we're down here in an area that needs no introduction. We've seen some really big deer here. We've killed some nice ones. We got the crabs buck we killed down here, the wide 9, the decoy buck. Rachel killed a buck down here. We've had a lot of luck down here. And so I wanted to do another stand breakdown. You know, I've been doing those on each chase video, trying to do a stand breakdown. And so let's break this one down. And just so you can see this, I want you to see it on an aerial. There's just tons of stuff that comes together here. Like, you know, sometimes I talk about if you follow the way water flows, how it keeps going together and you keep gaining odds, you know. This is kind of the same way with deer movement. They keep following these drainages and these draws, these fence lines. There's so much stuff going on in this one. You got 2 draws over here that come together and they run right down into this little creek bottom right here. So that's one funnel situation. Of course, we've got death row right here that we maintain for farm access. They love to follow that. You've got a north-south fence line right here that they follow. You can see scrapes coming all the way down that when you come down in. An east-west fence. And then you also have another draw on that other end that sets up very similar to this, but I mean, you have this draw coming out of this big timber that they love to follow. They'll come up either side of this, and then I've got a crossing right there. I actually made that. I come in here with a skid loader and kind of scooped that out and made it a little more gradual so that they want to cross right there. That's where I want them to cross for this stand. And they come through here, and then they use death row right there, so it sets up perfect for this. But when you look at this on an aerial, it just jumps off the page on you. And you know, our thermal's always good on these with the Walnut, or even over here in the Redneck. Our thermal just carries down the hill, so sets up great for a north or a west wind. You know, just one of the best spots I've ever hunted. When you start getting into the rut, it really gets western down here. It's good. I'm hoping to prove that right now, but we got about 3 hours to find out. Anyway, just wanted to break that stand down for you and have you check that one out. Hopefully we'll have another one on the next chase show. I think it's the same one there's a really heavy 8 that runs down in here that runs with another smaller 8. I think that's the smaller of the two, but I could be wrong. Is he the same? Sweet. There's another buck that just popped out of the timber. It looks like a pretty solid buck. Yeah, it is. Oh, he's younger. Yeah. Got little baby 10s. Okay, the 8's on the crossing. Yep, the boy's gonna cross right here, ain't he? Yes, sir. I'm on the one crossing now. Okay. Things are heating up, boys. We just had 2 nice little bucks read the script, walked right by 15 yards. The one hit the rubbing post there, the scrape, right down Death Road, just like you draw it up. So that's what you hope for. And we still have, I think, about 2 hours to sit in. So I'm glad I got to see a couple good bucks down here. So come on, let's go. Let's go.
Ears laid back, bristled up. Oh, Spike's holding his ground.
Fight. Well, the evening's winding down here. We had a pretty darn good hunt. Headwinds died right down to nothing now. I thought it was staging up to be awesome, man. We had does staging up down here. We'd seen 3 or 4 bucks, you know. But tonight just wasn't the night. I kept thinking we were going to see him. But we had a pretty good hunt. I feel decent about it. What do you think, Ryan? Pretty decent.
Pretty decent, man.
Yeah, we're just missing that big mature buck. I was hoping to show him a big old shooter buck, but tomorrow it's supposed to switch over to southeast wind, so I'm hoping to go to another spot that we haven't been into all year. I'm going to take a ride at one of my best spots again, so we will see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Where we go, man?
Oh, a new spot.
You haven't told me that yet.
Oh yeah, that's where we're going. It's secrets.
Oh, God.